Why great presenters chicken out. So many times we have really good ideas, sometimes out of the box ideas, sometimes our best ideas. But just before the presentation, we think, maybe I shouldn't do that today. Maybe not today. What is that? Well, look, there are some really important times to step outside of the pattern that you're usually in and try something new. And a lot of speakers are worried about trying something new. That's a human thing. We often resist stepping outside of the habits and patterns of the skills we rely on most, when sometimes you should step out and try something else. So when should you do that? When is it a good idea to step out of the box and try something new? Well, I'll give you two times to think about it. One is when it's what everyone else is doing. You realize you or your team, it might be a presentation, it might be a pitch, a project interview, and you're doing what everyone's doing. So how do you differentiate when you're doing what everyone else is doing? There's something safe about it. There's nothing differentiating about it. So that's a good time to go through with your plan and do something different. The other time is when you keep coming in second. This sort of figuratively as any presentation, you just keep not landing like you want. But in an interview or pitch, when you just keep coming in second, they pick the other team. Wow, you did a great presentation, but you came in second. We really liked your proposal and your price and your idea, but you came in second. So if you want to push across that line, you're going to have to change something and you're going to have to take on a risk. So why is it that we get so afraid of doing something different? And what is it that it plays out like when you're in a prep, you're getting ready? Well, look, as you have your team getting ready for a big group pitch, the closer they get to that moment, the more pressure kicks in. And with pressure is self-doubt. So the brain starts throwing out, this is kind of risky. What if, they don't like it? You're going to have more anxiety toward the end as you get really close to the moment. And then it's going to spike up on the day of the presentation. And hours or minutes before, you're going to think, oh, what if this doesn't work? What if this doesn't land right? I don't think this is going to work. And that's just your brain trying to protect itself. The way you decide is strategically. If strategically you keep coming in second, or you're not differentiating enough because you just do what everyone else is doing, you strategically decide, I or we are going to do it differently. Then you have to leverage your brain's power to stay on strategy. Don't let yourself change the game. So don't be a chicken. Be strategic. And when you get the chance to step outside of the box, don't throw away your best idea just because it's different. Stick to the strategy, ride the plan, and be a great presenter who's willing to try something new.